Welcome to Tarheel Bigfoot. I'm up here on a mountain trail in Lowell, North Carolina. It's a small mountain. It's not the Blue Ridge Parkway mountains, the Appalachians, but it's a little local mountain nonetheless. But I'm gonna hit this trail. They've been spotted up here a few years ago. Run some kids out of here, actually. Run them home crying and scared to death, and it was a big deal. But I walked this trail and I've seen some signs. I'm going to get a little deeper this time and really get on it and see what I can see. Thanks for being here. Hell, I don't have anybody in here right now, but it's Monday afternoon, whenever it is, Monday morning. It's still morning. I guess nobody's going to join me, but I'll do it anyway. Maybe I can get some evidence. Hello. Okay, I thought that was somebody. All right. Well, nobody's going to join me. I'm still going to go live anyway. They've been spotted back here. I mean, that's for real. It's been a while, a couple years ago, but it looks awful squatchy back here. There's a long walk to get here, too. I broke a sweat just to get to the trail. Long walk. Hello. Glad you're with me. I'm trying to figure out how to see who's with me. Nope, that's not it. Live chat. Okay. All right. We're going to walk it anyway. There's been, I've said this, I've repeated it twice, nobody in here, but this little mountain trail, they've been spotted up in here. It ran some kids off a couple years ago. Run them home crying, and the mom called the cops and all that. And I've been in here before, but I wasn't Bigfoot researching. But I do remember all the signs, so I figured I'd come back and look at them. But anyway, here we go. There's a long ways to get here. Walking up this long road to get to the trail. It's quiet. It's very quiet in here. I'm glad you're with me. I'm in a little town in North Carolina called Lowell, Lowell, I think is what it is. I forgot my insect spray. I was going to come on an hour ago and had to ride by the place and go up to the store and get some insect spray. Yeah. I'm already worked up a sweat. This would be a good place. There's a lake down at the bottom of the hill. Got a lot of fish in it. A lot of deer in here. Other animals, squirrels, rabbits. I mean, this would be a good spot for them. Berries. I'm alone. I'm by myself here today. That cool tree. Let's see if I can find some breaks, some arches, some structures. The trail splits. Left, right, or straight. I think the one on the right goes down to the lake. The one straight ties back into the short trail. So I'm going to go left. That's the long trail. It goes way back up in the mountain here. Someone's leaning. It's spooky in here. I'll give it that. It's spooky. Awful squatchy looking. Very quiet. There's a couple of spots like that. There's a bunch of sticks gathered. I've noticed. There's a lot of Indians around this area too, here in North Carolina. Hello, I can't see. Good morning, Janelle. That's myself. Bill, hey buddy, what's up? Good to see you. Am I pronouncing it right? Janelle? I don't have my glasses on. I think it's Janelle Lee. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. I've been here about 14, 15 minutes. Okay, cool, good. And I've already worked up a sweat. I had to walk about a mile to get to the trail. It's real squatchy in here. It's been spotted. I've said it at the beginning. But a couple years ago, there was some kids got run off by a Bigfoot up here. Scared them to death. They went home screaming and crying. The parents called the cops and everything. So I wanted to come check it out. And it has potential. And it is squatchy looking. It's got a lake. Well, it's a pond down at the bottom of the hill. It's a little small mountain here. And it's got a small pond, pretty good sized pond actually. Small lake, whatever you call it. Big pond, small lake. So it's got the water, a couple of creeks, plenty of deer, berries and stuff up here on this little mountain. So it will sustain them. I'm glad you guys joined me. I was going to come on earlier, and I got about a mile from the place here, and I didn't get no insect spray, so I had to run up to the next town up there and get me some insect spray and a bottle of water. to stick in my back pocket. I figured I'd get the heat up. Oh, the police didn't do nothing. They just made a police report. Probably laughed at them, but you know how that goes. But they were teenagers. They wasn't, you know, they were old enough to be out here on a trail, you know, and they just made a report, and that was it. You know, a lot. They don't take you serious, you know, especially a kid. But they did make the police report. Sometimes they get laughed at, you know. This is a little small town too. It's not, like I said, it's not up on the parkway. It's a little mountain here in a little town called Lowell, Lowell, North Carolina. It's about an hour from the Blue Ridge, though. Well, they got a little bridge out here. It sure is quiet in here, except for my mouth. Nice little bridge. It's just a, excuse me, natural watershed down through there. Runs down to the lake. It is nice out here. It really is. I'm hoping to see some structures, arches and breaks and stuff. I hadn't been at it very long in here. It goes, I think this trail is a long trail. It's a couple of miles. It zigzags up through here. I haven't heard a soul out here either. I hadn't seen anybody or heard anybody. So, my wife knows where I'm at though. She knows the area. Always make sure I let her know where I'm at. I need to learn how to slow down a little bit. I get running my mouth and talking and walking. And moving the camera the same. Let's whip around this loop here. I can do these mountain trails like this if I take my time. I've got the emphysema, so I have to take my time. I can do it as long as I slow down a little bit. Get up here around this bend. What's up, Josh? Good to see you, buddy. Glad you joined us. I've been here about 20 minutes. Up here on a little small mountain trail. I was just telling everybody I can do these trails as long as I take my time. It's awful squatchy looking in here. Spooky. quiet. We'll get around this hill here. Anybody here? I want to see you. Give me a sign. Please make a noise. Give me a sign. I would love that. I saw that picture of your feet, Josh. This goes way up here. I'm still trying to get a group together to go into Uwharrie. I've been talking to a lady. She just got through with radiation treatments. And she said she wants to get out in the fresh air, and she watches Bigfoot hunters and Bigfoot shows, and she would love to do it. So I told her I'd go out and take her with me, and my wife would take her, and anybody else that wanted to go. And we would take it nice and slow and get her out there and get her some fresh air and connect with Mother Nature. That'd be some good medicine for her. I've only talked to her for about a week now. And I think there's about 3 or 4 people interested in it. There's a lot of people that would love to get out here and do this. They just can't do it. Their health, or they're scared to come out and, alone, or they don't have nobody to go with them. I'll take them. It is muggy out here. Man, it's muggy. Yeah, I usually follow the game trails myself. That's what I do too. But well, this goes several different directions. Well, I'm going uphill. Because it's way downhill. Down that way. I get me a drink of water. Yeah, I left the house and didn't bring me no water. Didn't get me no bug spray or anything. So I got about a mile from the place and realized it, so I had to keep going to the next town and get me some bug spray and a bottle of water. I didn't look and see what the humidity level was, but I know one thing. You can feel it when you walk in these woods. Felt pretty good this morning. Yeah, if I was going to be out here, I'd have one too. If I was going to be out here any length of time, more than a few hours. There's a nice lake down there, a little pond, and some creeks. You get up here on top of these mountains and find some streams. You don't need no filtration. As long as you see where it's coming from, it's coming out of the ground. We was up in the mountains years ago. My kids were little. They're grown men now, but we was up there way up on the mountains. And there was a big spring. It was coming out of the ground, really nice one. And I had my kids drinking out of it. And these people, these city folks, were flipping out because I was letting my kids drink out of that pond. It was a little puddle from where it come out the side of the mountain and made a puddle before it went downhill. They were freaking out, and I was letting my kids drink out of it. I said, that's better than that water you're drinking in the city. But you get down at the bottom of the hill, you can't do that. Because of animal feces and pollution and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. I saw the video of them drinking out of the vines. I've showed my grandson how to do that too. He's a good tracker. He loves tracking stuff. We was camping last weekend. He said, Papa, I heard something breaking sticks out there. He said, they were small sticks. It couldn't have been a Bigfoot because it was stepping on little small sticks and leaves. I said, and I questioned him. It was pretty cool to listen to him break it down to a small creature, maybe a possum or a squirrel or something. Because I teach him how to track. He knows the difference. You know, he can tell you what the feet prints are. But I enjoy it. I gotta watch him. He'll cut my elephant ears down. I got some elephant ears at the house. He'll cut those down and drink the water out of them. Teach them while they're young, man. That's the way you got to do. Get them out in nature. My dad had me out there frog gigging when I was 6 years old. I remember carrying snapping turtles out of the woods, one in each hand, carrying them by the tail. You gotta make sure they don't bite the side of your legs, but yes, sir. My day, I could clean a turtle time I was 8 years old. And frogs too. I guess that's why I love the woods so much. we stayed in them all the time, and was always up on the lake on the weekends. And we got out of school, you know, we hit the woods. That's what we did. Stayed in the creek. It's one we didn't catch a disease from playing in the creeks all the time. Well, so far I haven't seen much of anything. It's just a lot of natural stuff. And it's nice in here, though. I don't know how much further this goes before it starts looping back around. I don't have a map. Wow, there's a big double tree here. That's cool. Wow, that is cool. Two big trees growed into one. Those are big trees too. And they come into one down here at the bottom. Wow. Awesome. I did see before I hit the trail, I saw a little game trail. I started to hit. Somebody's home. Somebody lives there, guarantee you. I've got a trail cam. Yeah, I've got one. Yeah, I've got a, I forget the name of it. I haven't, but I've got one. They, that little place I go to and get all those good deals, man, he caught me on a bad week. He had trail cans, nice ones up there, $20 a piece. He had 6 of them. I told my wife, I said, if I had the money this week, he caught me on the, you know, I'm on fixed income once a month. He caught me on the last week before my payday, and I told my wife, I said, I'll come back when I get paid by at least 4 of those. When I went back, they were gone the next week, which I figured they might be $20 a piece, because they were like the $79, the $80, I think, at Walmart. Those ones is what they were. Hey, Sally. Good to see you. Glad you're here. I'm up here on a little mountain in a little town called Lowell, Lowell, North Carolina. It's a small mountain, but it's a mountain nonetheless. I'm up here on these trails. There was some kids got run off by a Bigfoot up here about 2 years ago, and I wanted to come up here and check it out. So far, I hadn't seen much. But it sure is hot out here. It's not hot, it's muggy. The temperature hadn't really hit out here, down here in the woods, because the canopy's so thick, you know, you can't hardly see any sunlight, but it's thick in here. But that humidity's awful. I'm soaking wet. I've been out here for 35 minutes, I think. Yeah, 35 minutes. And I'm not pushing it. And I am soaking wet. I think my next live, I'm going to do out of a kayak. been wanting to do that anyway. But I want to go to Lake James up there in the mountains on the Blue Ridge. People spot them a lot up there from their boats. I hadn't heard any reports of them much by land, mostly all by boat, because it's a mountain lake, and this is what I want to do. You take your stuff. They got a canoe camping area where you load your stuff up and paddle over there to a small island and set your stuff up and camp. That's what I want to do. Go out there in the evening with my lights on my, and then paddle up in them coves and film. I love the forest. It's so nice in here. I'm so at home in the woods. I'm gonna make my way back out. It's a pretty good ways up in here. And I had to walk a mile to get to the trail. Big old long road, gravel road. Part gravel and part dirt. That was a long walk. I didn't realize it was going to take me that long to get to the trail. I've seen several arches out here. I don't know, they look natural to me. I haven't really seen much. But I'm staying on the trail too, but the way this trail zigzags up through here, you can see through to the next, where it goes. May have to go way up in there to get any signs, if there is any. I haven't heard any reports. I haven't heard any reports lately, other than the one that 2 years ago run the kids out of here. But I don't know if it may have been one passing through or what. The other side of the pond. There's a pond down there. About half a mile over there is probably what it is where I took my grandson for that children's Bigfoot hunt, where they had the guy in the costume and had the footprint and the hair stuck in branches and stuff. It was a lot of fun. He got into it. He found some hair. He found some prints. It was sweet. He come running up to me with a handful of hair that they had placed in a little bush, and I found it, Papa. I found some hair. I found some hair, Papa. He was excited. Wow. I watched a show the other day, the group of guys that are hunting them to kill them, that are the ones that are a nuisance. Of course, they haven't got one yet. I hope they don't, but I don't know if they can get one or not. But anyway, that's what they're doing. The ones people are scared to go out of their house. They can't enjoy their yard because of the banging on their house and killing their animals and screaming and scaring the people so bad that they can't sell their property. They don't know what to do, so they hire these guys and they go out there trying to kill them. End up getting killed themselves. What's going to happen to them? There's about 6 of them. Yeah, all of them don't have 6 toes. Maybe certain areas. All yours do, though. Every footprint you found in your area does, don't it, Josh? Oh, that goes way down there. I'm not even going down that hill. This is old wood in here. It's never been timbered either. This is it's never been timbered at all. It's just all old. Looks like I got a lot of deadwood in it. You guys see where me and my wife and my son and my grandson was throwing water balloons Sunday or Saturday? Saturday. And we went up on the deck and we were sitting there taking a break, and all of a sudden the top of a tree fell out at the house there. It was a lot of limbs. The whole top of the tree fell out. You got to be aware when you come to these old forests like this of these These old rotten trees. They'll fall just mainly from squirrels jumping on them. I hear them all the time at the house fall. I like rocks. I like to go to the Warrior. They got, that place is full of quartz. It is full of quartz. I mean, the whole side of the hill, one place up there, the whole side of the hill is just full of quartz. It's beautiful, that white quartz going up the side of that hill, little small mountain hill. Going downhill now. I may go out kayaking tonight or this evening, do some fishing. I got to keep active. But it catches up with me sometimes. I get doing too much. I'll go out there and kayak for 4 or 5 hours, 2 or 3 days in a week, and walk some trails the other 2 or 3 days, and it catches up with me sometimes. But I try to keep my joints moving. A little sunshine coming through there. Yep. It's gonna be hot when I come out of these woods. When it's 95 degrees and 95% humidity. It's rough on the old man with emphysema. I'm not supposed to go out in it, but I do. I do a lot of things I'm not supposed to do. A little clear area down through there. It's like it's all cleared out. What it is this watershed down there. It won't let nothing grow. Gets to raining hard, and that water comes all down through here. You can see, if you can tell. I like vines. No, I'm not into Uwharrie. It's U-W-H-A-R-R-I-E, like U-W, Harry. But we call it Uwharrie. Everybody calls it something different. But it's named after some Indians in that area. But oh God, no, I love that place. It's got everything. It's got mountains, it's flat spots. It's about 60,000 acres, and it's, oh, I love that place. Now, they've spotted in there on a monthly basis they get spotted in there all the time. Yeah, there's a lot of them in there. You can go and ride through there and see all the abandoned tents where people see them and run, leave their tents and stuff behind. I think they're kind of aggressive because a lot of reports are that they growl at people and they leave their stuff. Almost every time I go, I found an abandoned tent. Now, Bobby Cook does his research in there. He's been researching them for 20 years in there, and they're aggressive toward him, but he carries rifles, and I think they see him as the aggressor. So you go in there with rifles and AK-47s, you're probably not going to be hugged by them. But nonetheless, these campers report getting growled at. But yeah, I love the Uwharrie. It's beautiful. And it's got part of it's like just nothing but pine trees. And then you got the other part that's just mixed with oak trees, poplars, pines. And then you got the rivers. You got the Yadkin River going around it, and the Uwharrie River runs through it. And it's just got everything in there. That's one of my top 2 favorite places on the planet is the Blue Ridge Parkway and the Uwharrie Forest. I love the Blue Ridge up there, the Appalachian. It is, and some people some people say, well, it's just a forest. They're all the same. It's just trees and ponds and creeks, and it's nothing spectacular. It's just a forest, but to me, they're not. I love it. I love the forest. I stayed in the forest when I was a kid. There's a lot of deer in here. I was talking a while ago about it. It would sustain them in here on the side of this little mountain. There's just a lot of wildlife in here. Somebody lost their bottle. Still got something to drink in there. I could have brought my fishing pole and fished in the pond down there. They stock it. And they stock it with bass and perch and crappie. Well, I think there's catfish in there too. Yeah, some people just don't appreciate the forest like some of us do. Some people see a busted up old bunch of woods tree branches laying everywhere, bugs and stuff. I think this is where the two trails come together up here. Get up this hill. I'm stayed on the trail the whole time. I haven't went off the trail. Whew. Must be a field over there. Because the way the daylight's shining on the ground over there. Must be a open area over there. There's a toilet. There's a urinal. Somebody's home. I wouldn't use the bathroom in there. I wouldn't do it. Because it is somebody's home. A creature. That pisses me off right there. Smash them. Stick them in your back pocket. Throw them in the garbage. Me and my brothers used to go primitive camping on the lake. We'd pull over in the boat and we'd have our stuff in the boat. And we'd set our camping stuff up, and some people that were there before us would trash it up. And we'd always carry out more garbage than we took in. We always had extra garbage bags for that reason. Me and Elijah was kayaking last week, and we pulled over to have our little picnic with our popcorn and peanut butter sandwiches Mama made us. And somebody had thrown trash around. I took that opportunity to talk to him about keeping the woods clean and Mother Nature, and they're teaching that in school too, but it was a good opportunity to talk to him about that, how not to do that. What is my link? I don't know. Oh. I'm not real computer savvy. I can't even get the Facebook room badges all correct and stuff. I don't even know how to do all that stuff. I don't think there's too much activity up in here. Must be on the other side of the mountain. I think it may be pretty active here on the weekends with people. That's been cut right there. That's been cut with a saw. Shroom. Mushroom. Something's been eating on it too. Something's been eating on that. Whoop. Whoop. My grandson was out in the backyard the other day and started whooping out in the woods at our house. I've taught him some bad habits, I guess. He said, he was laying there talking. He said, Papa, Bigfoot's not mean, but Sasquatches are. I said, no, buddy, they're the same thing. They're not mean. Some of them are. I explained to him they're just like people. Some of them are very mean and some of them are very nice. And you just can't tell. But he thought Bigfoot and Sasquatch were different. That little snake, dead. That dead snake. What kind it was? Can't tell what kind it was. I haven't seen as many this year. I had that one. I was in my kayak and I pulled over talking to some people that were fishing. It's an elderly man and girl. They're fishing and I pulled over and started talking to them. And, you know, kayak don't sit about 6 inches out of the water. And I had my arm propped up on the side and my hand on the paddle, laying on the edge, and I was just talking. For some reason, I looked down and there was a cottonmouth, a water moccasin curled up right up 6 inches under my elbow. All he had to do was stick his head up there and bite me. I seen that thing, I jumped and I started paddling backwards. And they looked at me and I said, it's a snake, a cottonmouth there. And of course it freaked them out, and it was a big old rascal. But I was lucky he didn't reach up there and bite me, because they will. I mean, it was 6 inches from my arm, from where my arm was hanging offside that kayak. We're getting toward the end of the trail here. Opening up there. I think I might go to the river this afternoon. Might as well, I'm soaking wet now. I hear duck. I hear some ducks. There's a game trail right there. That's a game trail. Probably deer. Probably find some deer tracks through there. That's what that is. It's going down to the lake too, or the pond rather. Call it a lake, but it's a big old, it's a small lake. That's where it's going. Ooh, look at that sunshine. Yeah, this is the end of my trail. I've got a long walk to go when I come out of these woods. I've got a long walk back to my vehicle. Lake Loop. Skull Camp Ridge Loop. Wow. Yep, this is in. I can't believe I hadn't seen a snake, which I'm glad, but as hot as it is, get out of here. Whew. Yeah. I've got that up through there, that's about a fourth of the road. It goes up there and turns, and goes down, back up a hill and takes a right, and goes some more, and then it takes a left. And it's a long ways. They got another gate up there though. I couldn't get down here in my vehicle. They got a gate here. I don't know what that gate's for. But there's no right, I don't know. I think it's for service equipment or something. Because there's nothing up there on top of the mountain. Well, I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to walk on up to the car. We can walk down here and look at the lake. I'll show you the lake where these ducks are at though. Stay with me for a minute. You see the little lake I'm talking about. Goes around. What you see is about half of it. It goes around up there, around to the left, and opens up to another to other spots about twice this big. So this is about a third of the lake. Not a very big lake, but it's enough to sustain some wildlife. Full of turtles and fish. Yeah, it goes on around. I'm gonna go up here and sit down on this. Somebody got my house over there. That's where the road goes down. Down that big hill over there is a road. It goes down the hill. Got a nice place over there. I'm going to end this video. I appreciate you guys walking with me and all the comments, and I enjoyed it. And I'm going to do another one. The next one's going to be from the kayak, I think. So, with that being said, thanks a lot. Hope you guys have a good evening, the rest of the afternoon. And I'm going to close it out. This is Ram Jam in the Tarheel State. Thanks again, folks. I don't know how to close it out. I can't see my screen. Y'all might stay with me. I can't see out here in the sunshine. I think he might still be with me. I'm gonna go up here and sit on this wall and get my second wind before I go back up the rest of this road. I've done pretty good today, actually. I haven't had to hit my rescue inhaler yet, but I've been taking my time too. If you're watching this, Carla, I listened to what you said, honey. I didn't push it today. I'm gonna try to close it out with this baseball hat, get me some shade. Thanks, friends, for being here with me and tolerating me.